Flagstaff, y'all shit was lit with snow. All right, literally, we had to dig our head about the snow the next day type lit. Now check this out. True story. I'll tell some other shit that happened too while we was on the road trip. Crazy. But the truck driver.
Okay.
Yes. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all about that next week.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. So look, right? So
my first YouTube, man.
Y'all hear me, family? I go
over there looking at the shop mode.
Immediately, because at first I was
free
mad.
him.
Well, I mean, it's snowing it up. I got caught up in the matrix. I had to remind myself who
shop.
I was. I'm like, hold on, man.
Bro, probably I've been looking at bros. Probably like
literally, I can tell myself like, bro, this is your mind.
This is 2021.
You know how to make the sun come out. And you love the sun.
Really speaking truth, like everything that I was thinking, like he was just saying. I'm like, yeah, I know I wasn't tripping. Just to hear his story and see what he been through, what he, you know what I'm saying, how elevated. Be in my way, man.
I'm going through the whole motions within myself, right?
It's a little nerve-wracking.
I do it for like
I don't know how just
I open my eyes and still snowing, so I look over. I
spawn followers out of nowhere. I ain't got no subscribers on this channel, nothing. I see how YouTube algorithm really works. Yeah, man. Man, dude. It's 7 cents for the streets. So we come.
Like I say, because we got one with everything. I understand that connection more than anything. You gotta understand. So I really connect with so we ride out. Now we come out of meditation. Sun came out here. So we ride out. But in my mind, I'm like, I know when you go into the astral realms and you pull in information and energy down, it's always like a little time delay here. You gotta just give it a little second. You pulling it down from higher realms.
I've been on my journey for a while now. I should get some headphones, but I'm just going with the flow.
So you gotta really
get on my journey for a while. I done had so many ego deaths.
It's coming down. It's coming down.
I mean, that is started. And every time you stop,
in the physical way,
you get a big wake up call, like, yeah, like, you know what you're supposed to be doing. Like, this, yeah, you better get on your grind.
And that's what I
start like working, waking these people up. That's really what it's been.
In my story, in my main
I got a lot of
look at Arizona.
Trades under my belt. You know,
still super foggy. Well, it was foggy, cold.
I can say I actually did a lot.
So much fog because it was just
and I'm still doing.
You see what I'm saying? And
it was my name.
It wasn't supposed to come out. It wasn't nowhere in the weathercast to come out.
See, I'm the first one to ever wear my clothes, and that's how I wanted it. I wanted to wear my clothes first. I wanted to actually wear my clothes before I let anybody else wear it.
So that's how you.
I passed that milestone. Now it's time to actually put my stuff together. First thing I did was create the website. All my designs. All that is on my website. It took me a while to do that. It didn't take me that long, but it took me a little while. Once I focused in on it, it didn't take that long.
Hold on, y'all. I can't see y'all comments. Hold
on.
All right. Boom. We back.
I done had about. I done had less than 20 jobs. I'm 28 and I done had less than 20 jobs. I had a lot of jobs, so I know how to work under somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a boss unless you actually worked under somebody. You can't be a boss unless you took orders from somebody. You know, now I did that. I did a lot of that. I'm over that. I'm a Leo. I'm a natural boss. So it's in my. It's in me to be my own boss, come out with my own stuff, be my own entrepreneur. I remember back in, I want to say 2016, Jesse Owens had, he was on the BET Awards, he was talking, he made a little speech, but it was like a meme that had came out afterwards. It wasn't like a meme, but it was just like his picture and what he was saying next to it. And he was just like, a lot of people get paid to have these brands on their body.
I used to have a snake, you know. And I remember when I had this snake,
what that mean to me, like that mean
in my consciousness. My mama said,
athletes, celebrities, they get paid to have these designers on them, or these famous people on their body. Who knows what these people stand for? Who knows who these people are? Like, how they got the way they got? Like, yeah, it's cool to be sponsored by somebody. It's cool to with some designer clothes, like some rich designer clothes, like good quality, like yeah, it's cool, but I'm pretty sure they was at the bottom too. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got their own mind, everybody got their own brain, and I feel like right there, like that's what sparked me to want to come out with my own clothes. Right then and there, like I love clothes, I love fashion, but I want to feel good about what I'm wearing. Like, what does these clothes mean? Like, what do they stand for? Like, I only wear specific clothes, you know what I'm saying? I put that shit together when I do it too. No matter what it is, I done went through the whole everything. Like, my mother spoiled me as a kid. She gave me the little clothes or whatever. But when it was time for me to shop, Polo, never Beverly Hills, never USP, never that. It was always Ralph Lauren Polo. And I wore Armani Exchange, Earl Postel, American Eagle, Abercrombie and Fitch, Zara, H&M, Zara jeans. That was my go-to for a minute, up until like 2021. 2021. I like had to upgrade. But nah, like I did the fashion. Like I can support any fashion, any clothing line, any label, but how do I feel about it? Like, damn, like I shop with y'all so many times, y'all gonna give me a loyalty discount, loyalty number discount. Like, am I dealing with real people? Like, y'all all over the world, like y'all got. I be seeing people in third world countries wearing this stuff. Like, I feel like we can do the same. Like, it's only about a few clothing lines out here. Why we can't do the same? We can do the same. And this is my spiritual journey just started, but it been started. Like, I've been seeing numbers since I was like 6. I used to see my birthday on the clock all the time. Never knew what it meant. Never knew what these numbers meant till I turned like 17, which was like 11 years ago. I was like, man, let me Google these numbers. They was going crazy. I'm talking about all kinds of numbers. I would always see 34 at the end. For those that don't know me, at the end of everything, I look at the clock, random, 134. Look at the clock, random, 234, random, 334, 434, 5. Like, God, it's this. I felt like I was being stalked, like, haunted by these numbers. I'm like, no, like, what's going on? Like, I'm the only one. Like, it started getting to the point where I'm pointing out to other people. I'm like, look. Like, I look at the clock, and it'd be that, like, a sequence or something, 222, 322. I'd be like, look. And they'd be like, yeah, like, I see what you're saying now. You know what I'm saying? Start getting to that point. Being in the streets of St. Louis, raised out there, running the streets, gang banging, getting shot, stabbed. I got metal from here. I went with it. I started studying on my own, but I got baptized as a Christian when I was like 6 or 7. I got baptized at Anna Johanna Baptist Church. The church right there by Barnaby Church on Barnaby Street, like right there. They shut that jump down. They moved that jump to the Temple of Praise. To the Temple of Praise on 7th Avenue. That church be jamming. That jump be lit. But that was the last time I went to church. Like my own church. When they moved that jump.
My mom used to always tell me to stop. Sisters, brothers, everybody used to always tell me to slow down, but it was just something about that last
after that
incident, man, and being in that hospital and that doctor.
My mother, she started studying with Jehovah's Witnesses,
and man, it scared me straight. I ended up going home that day.
One of her best friends' mother was a Jehovah's Witness, so she would go and do Bible study with her. And we would go to the Richmond conventions, like, and really see the plays and what they was on and everything. Like, I'm gonna just tell y'all how I felt about church and the Jehovah's Witnesses. So when I was going to church, like I used to always go to sleep. I don't know, I just went to sleep. And when I look back at it, I'm like, damn, like was that something? Like was that saying something? I don't know, but then my mother told me they stopped going because the pastor or the preacher would put their own words in the Bible, take some words out there, over exaggerated or whatever, and they ain't like that. I guess they looked at it like it was blasphemy. So they stopped going. She started studying with Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, looking back at it now, like, you only got one perspective when you coming in, trying to learn about the Bible. Like, you don't really know, like, you don't know, even know how to read it for real. You could be looking at everything literal. You could be looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the end of the world. And that's a problem when people go to Bible study. Like, they don't, I guess the person that's teaching, they don't teach perspectives. Because there's different ways you look at that Bible. Like, there's different ways. Like, it's not literal. You got spiritual, and you got, you got to really look at it like that. Like, you can't look at it like, this is what they saying. Like, it's a lot of metaphors and parables and everything in that joint. Like, you got to be a professional professor to read that joint, like to know different words and how they use, set up different sentences, because the regular person not won't be able to translate that junk. Even though it's in English, the regular person ain't gonna be able to translate that junk. And I feel like the same go with the other Bibles. I mean, the other books.
Because, you know, we got an epidemic within our culture.
At the end of the Quran, they say, go read the Bible. So I feel like when you learn in religion, like, you got to study all of them. Because it's like 10,000 religions over here. How do you know which one is real or which one is true? Why is it so many religions?
Because you didn't just say you got rid of.
Like, these are
you got rid of the weed too. Everything. You understand me?
Set of rules for you to follow while you're going through life. Like, how do I know that's the real way?
What got you the mindset to say, you know what, I'm just
I mean, it sounds right. How do, like, what if it's more out there that I don't know? Like, I lock in on this one religion, and then it's so much stuff that I didn't learn yet or unlock yet, and I'm stuck here because my mind is closed now, because this is what I decided to accept as my, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it could be a distraction for you, because we here to learn, we here to grow spiritually. And the plays that they acted out,
the way they make the weed now, where they take a female plant and mix it with a female plant.
I don't know. I just, like, my soul just didn't feel free. Like, I just felt like restricted. Like, I couldn't do much. Like, they didn't practice Christmas, and we was still practicing Christmas, even though we were studying, like, certain things that they didn't believe in. I just was like, it felt like it was
reality in certain type of
trying to
ways, and people don't
stall
look at
me.
it
Like,
like
I
that.
don't know,
But
like,
it
because
does.
that
So
can
we see a lot
really
of effeminate men. We
stop
see a
your
lot of
growth.
homosexuality
Like, if you
exchanges
really
going on within the
mentally
black community, and nobody ever
in your
looked at
mind, like,
marijuana
okay, this is
and
what I'm
dig
going to
into
be
the
doing. I
biochemical
can't do
history
this
of the
no more. I
marijuana
can't
to
do this
see
no
that
more.
the
Like,
marijuana is changing our
that
outlook and
stops a
perception of
lot.
life.
Like,
Dr. Wesley,
you got to go around your peoples and just, but
one
what's
person I look
making
up
me
to when it comes
stop
to
it?
information.
Why? How do I know that this is not the right thing to
He gives a lot of
do?
detail, and he brings the science and the facts.
It's so many different
the
stories, books.
black man and black malehood,
So
specifically in connection
when I decided
to
not to accept that,
like you said, when you smoke it, it changes the chemical composition.
because
You understand me?
I think one of the last days I was at the conventions, they was giving out these books. It was a Jesus book they was giving out. A book was like that. Had pictures, real stories, like it was lit. And it was free. So I read the whole book, and it was like all Jesus' stories, but it was it started from when he got baptized. Like, it wasn't like his childhood or nothing, so you don't know what happened before he got baptized, right?
But we know that that's the reality. Yeah.
So I'm looking at the book, I'm reading the book. I'm like, okay, Jesus performing all of these miracles in front of all of these people. He providing all of this stuff for all of these people. And like, you still had hypocrites, people that was contradicting themselves, but the words that they used was hypocrites. It looked like hypocrites, but it's hypocrites. I guess that's how they spelled it back then. I guess that's what I'm saying. But they said it was priests. You had church going people back then, and they didn't believe what he was doing. So, and they said Jesus told his 12 disciples that somebody was going to snake him out or sell him out, or. And everybody was like, no, like, and then they ended up doing it. One of them ended up doing it. Judas ended up selling them out.
Simultaneously,
And
I will say at the same time, that's the
after he got captured,
it's something called the lipid sac. The lipid sac is the actual
Judas,
lymphatic system.
in the book, this is what the book's saying. Judas
the baby is getting from eating all the food
committed suicide because he couldn't live with the fact that he killed him. Snaked him out, man. My bad.
From there, you got the primitive gut tube where everything grew from. They call
he was actually cursed because he snaked him out.
And when you start looking,
so my whole thing was, I'm like, if this was supposed to happen, why did he get cursed? That's what I didn't know. That's what I didn't understand. Like, I had to keep learning, keep growing, keep researching in order for me to find the story. Just whatever answers that I was looking for. So that's when I was like, nah, something not right. Something not right. So after that, like, stuff just hit my Instagram out of nowhere, like all this Egyptian, the Book of the Dead, like the Our Horse, everything, like, it just hit me. So I'm reading this, I'm looking up everything about this, and I'm like, okay, the Our Horse, that's our pineal gland. We really got that in our head. But this is when I really started to wake up, because it's stuff that we was eating in this world that would calcify our pineal gland, basically block our pineal gland, block us from being able to see, like, our real mind, like, because we be docile, like drinking milk, cow milk, eating all of these bad foods that's not good for the human body, like, can really block your pineal gland. And this is our sixth sense, like, this is our third eye. Like, you see with these two eyes, but that eye up there, like, give you the real, like, you know what I'm saying, like, show you the real, basically, like, your intuition and everything that connects you
they distracted. It's a source. You understand me? Because this ain't being blocked. Dominant majority in their
because
life.
Of the foods.
Like consciousness is now people's distraction.
So when
and then they go right back to the reality.
Stop
you understand me?
Drinking milk, cow milk, and I picked up almond milk.
So it's like,
this was like,
being
I want to say like
1% of somebody
5-6 years ago.
The repetition of people getting into the pattern.
I love milk. I used to drink it at night. I used to drink it in the morning. But I didn't realize I was always sick when I drank milk. I was always sick. Always sick. Waking up, you all that mucus in your throat.
You talked about something, and
I was always sick.
So
when I stopped drinking, I stopped getting sick. I ain't had no colds no more. I wasn't getting phlegm in my, like, it wasn't none of that no more. I'm like, okay. Right. So then once I cut back on that, I started seeing all the foods that I was allergic to. Because I would break out. Like when I ate certain foods, I didn't know what it was. Like, and this happened when I was like in 3rd grade. But can I find out I'm allergic to eggs? I was going hard on eggs. Like, my grandma used to always make me bacon and egg sandwiches, scrapple and egg sandwiches, sausage and egg sandwiches with the cheese. Don't forget the cheese. Then I used to put the mayonnaise on there, so that was like eggs in that too. So you know what I'm saying? And then every time I went out, I'm getting me bacon and egg cheese McGriddle, sausage egg cheese McGriddle. Going to Starbucks, give me a bacon egg cheese croissant, sausage egg cheese croissant. Going to Dunkin' Donuts, doing the same thing. Like I'm going hard on the eggs. It got to the point like my body like nah. You need to chill out on these eggs. Then I started thinking, baby, eggs? What am I eating eggs for? Eggs.
So food is sexual.
Eggs.
But we have to start looking at sex. Sex ain't all about the sexual reproductive organs.
Chicken eggs. Okay, I eat chicken.
Lips on her mouth, she have lips down
when
there.
One chicken grow up, when one egg grow up, that's one whole chicken. So that's a lot of cholesterol in one egg. I'm real life eating 3 eggs on one sandwich. Like I'm going hard. My body said, no, you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
In America, they say 45% of America is obese, but it's really 70-80%. You know they be lying on them. Yeah.
I had to cut back on the eggs, but you can't cut back too hard because they put them in everything. Any baked good, cookies, anything, cake, cookies. You go to the grocery store, try to get little cakes, cookies, that's in there. It's like you really gotta watch everything you eat, like, especially with the eggs. Damn, I was allergic to cheese too. I'm like, okay, I'm allergic to eggs because I break out instantly. Like I get a bump, like it's internal. It ain't no zit. It's an internal bump. Like the jump coming from within, and the jump be like right there for like 2 weeks now. Like the jump just can't pop the jump or nothing. Like the jump just like lumps under the. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. So every time I ate cheese, same thing happened. I'd probably get like a little bump or a little something. So I'm like, nah, I can't do this no more. So I cut back on the regular mayonnaise, the cheese, and the eggs. Hellman's came out with this vegan mayonnaise. I can eat that. That worked. They got alternative cheeses out now that I can eat. That's cool. I'm cool with that. But
so it's like, how did you get over, from when you was doing drugs?
This diet, it ain't no diet, but this lifestyle, it ain't cheap, man. It ain't cheap, and they know this. They know. So if you out and about and you hungry real quick and you try and eat, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. But if you try to live,
and if you look at estrogen, synthetic estrogen, it
get you a hamburger,
which is a magnesium.
Can't eat no pizza, no mac and cheese, none of that. Like, you got really thug it out. So when you, man, for the longest, I was just like relapsing. I'm telling you, like, I go a long time without eating this, and I relapse on the pizza one time, relapse on the mac and cheese one time, and it never failed. It will always be a speed bump, like within like 10, 20 minutes, huh? Real life speed bump. I'm like, man, I can't eat what I want to eat. Like, I'm going through it. Like, this was like years that I was going through this. Thanksgiving, Christmas, you got be around your folks, your grandmother making potato salad, your mother making mac and cheese. All that you can't eat that mayonnaise, they got really make something different for you, but I ain't that picky. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna try to thug it out, like I'm gonna eat it. But too much of that, you're gonna get tired of it. So like, I got over that. You get me? I got over that. That moment in the hospital, for me, I started loving myself. I don't know what it was. You can really like abuse food, yeah. Like for real, and I just learned that in the last year. Like, just learned that. Even though somebody was saying that I'm cutting back on this and still eating fast food, I'm a good eater. Like, I'm a good fast food eater. Like, I'm not bad with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know how to eat healthy. Like, I probably eat fast food like maybe once or twice a week. This is my last job that I was working was True Green. I couldn't even. Nah, I don't need no 10 minutes. And so what that was to say is that means that waking up tomorrow, man, I was crushing food working at True Green. So we should be living crushing. I damn near gained like 10, 20 pounds. So that lets you know how, but I was eating good though. Like, I wasn't eating cheese. I was going hard, but I was eating how I was supposed to. And I just like still was probably breaking out a little bit. It'll be like a zit or a little bump on the surface. It wouldn't be one of them jobs though. You feel me? You understand? You take that debt loan, then you go through college, go to university, then go work for somebody else. I got my diet right. But see, like, all of that shit, it's all in the bread. You retire. You understand me? And then this meat fake. That don't sound like a life that no human being can sign up for. Don't even be right. It is a prison because it's a structure. So it ain't even worth to eat. And then, like, if you out and about and it ain't nothing around, and you gotta eat, and there's a McDonald's right there, and you starving. Which was the worst form. So you're like, I'm not a slave. Why not? Not in chattel slavery. You go there real quick. And put you in psychological change. Absolutely. Yeah. So, but and it's like an immediate letdown every time. The food, like, as soon as you eat it. You understand me? Just as a laxative. You gotta go back for like 20 minutes. They're like, all right. I hear the nice science. I hear the words. I hear everything. What's wrong with this food? Why is it not staying on my stomach? I'm not eating it no more. Yeah, it'd be good for the one time, for the right, you hear me, for the right time, but it's not good in no time though. Like, so we can just discipline ourselves and move past that jump. You see McDonald's, like, go somewhere else. Go to Wendy's this time. Wendy's can't leave me alone either. I'm talking about, she was calling me every day. I'm like, bruh, like, stop, like, get off my line, like. It's some of them square burgers on the circle bun though. Like, that's why I just was like, no, I'm gonna just fall back now. I was crushing them big bags on 4 for 4s. It's too convenient. Now you get the nuggets, strawberry lemonade fries with the little double stop. I need my lettuce, tomatoes on it. No cheese, you with me? No cheese, no mayonnaise. Add lettuce, tomatoes. That shit ain't good for you, man. You know, you have to do things on how the creator planned it to be. If we would, at this point, like, we might as well just eat tuna fish. Something in our anatomy that creates fire. You know, like a dragon can breathe fire from its breath. Yeah. You know, if we was meant to eat meat, we have claws, we have. I don't know, but I was eating tilapia too. You know, we sleep. Realized, like, 20 hours a day.
we'd be
probably, I don't know, probably like 5-6 years ago that shit was fake. Farm-raised fish.
If we was meant to cook, the Creator Yahweh would have created.
They all been raised in a pond.
In the wilderness.
So just imagine all fishes just waiting next to each other. They can't move around. They can't swim. They won't go up under a rock high. They can't do none of that. They not living. I don't want to eat no fish that's just waiting next to me. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm good. It's gonna feel like I'm doing that after I eat this. Like I'm just like nah, I'm alright. I'm alright. They got too many different fishes out here for me to just be into tilapia. And that bitch I like more expensive than the real fish. Like I eat whiting.
An older white gentleman that was
salmon, of course.
You understand me?
I like sea bass. I like sea bass. I like flounder.
Because of that,
I stick with them.
You understand me?
Perch cool. I'm not really on perch. Oh, perch cool. That's like the main fish you get when you going fishing.
Number one, people ask me if I'm a vegan all the time,
but
I say no but I tell them I'm healthy though. Which is completely different.
I feel like we shouldn't even be eating fish, man.
Yeah, because they don't focus on health. No, fact. You understand me? They focus on
because all the oil spills and all that they done put in the ocean.
Based on their health and human
it's like we don't know what is going on. Like
I seen
it's just like if you want to really, because they putting it out there for us to know. And it's like, dang, we just keep eating it. They telling us they got oil spills. They telling us it's species of fish that we never even seen before. Why we keep eating this other fish? Like who said we could just keep eating this fish? Yeah, it's good, but
sprouted beans and stuff like that. But my diet is
starting to really throw me home.
You know what I'm saying? What about the
real, like, I love strawberries.
Propaganda against the honey haters.
All the fruits and stuff.
When I went to restaurant Planta in Miami,
but see that shit fake, man. Bananas.
Because they vegans, man. I was mad at
why the bananas ain't got no seeds? Everything should have a seed or a plant or a tree that it came from. That's how it goes. Why the bananas ain't got no seeds?
They say it comes from the bees.
Because the bees is
like, it's a lot of these fruits that don't have like what it should have, and we eat and thinking this is good for us, but it's not. A lot of allergies that we got are environmental allergies. Trees, weeds, grass. How are we allergic to the natural shit on the earth? Because they must have took away what was natural and replanted it with something fake. Like the trees. It's not enough female trees, so that's why it's all this pollen and all of these allergies everywhere.
But I wanted to throw in, talking with my brother Blue Pill.
People that come
and Mama Pill and Red Pill and
over here from like different countries that settle in America never had allergies until they came to America. Because of the trees, it's not enough female trees. Female trees produce fruit. We're not getting no fruit off these trees, I don't think. You can't go and pick nothing up off these trees, like, and if you could, they already at a plant or something like Florida oranges or Georgia peach. They probably already got a distribution center, warehouse, or whatever. Orchard garden, or however you want to say it. They probably already got all that.
AIDS or herpes or all of those different things. It was to electrify that body, create all those restrictions, so that no other chemicals, and this is the way I'm interpreting now. After
we just got to discipline ourselves, man. A lot of these restaurants, a lot of these food places, it's just distractions for us.
You understand me? Imagine
they color coded. These colors mean something.
But at the same time,
messages behind the colors that entice you or aggravate you,
just undiagnosed.
Rev you up, you know what I'm saying? Energize you, make you want to go do it.
I will use And all much
And it's a
respect to
lot.
Michael Savy, late great. He the one
It's
who
a lot,
ignited the flame
man.
in me
You
that
got a
got
lot
me
to
doing what
go
I'm doing
through.
now.
We getting it. We really getting it.
Man, that book is
As a
amazing. Till this day.
collective.
Till this day.
I mean, well, you know, a lot of people don't give
My
it credit,
bad,
but nothing but like Muhammad sparked.
We really getting it as a collective.
Food revolution in America.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I've been called to put my YouTube out, but like,
Oh yeah.
I got a lot of stuff that I was working on, but then at the same time, like that's just an excuse because I was chilling a lot too.
I 100%
I was
agree
chilling a lot.
with the diet. I do agree for
I'm here,
that transitional period. But me, you know, as the fruitarian, you know, studies clinical trials,
But,
you know, everything. The HIV,
as I was saying though,
which you can pull this stuff up.
We got
cases, the cancer cases. We got people out of wheelchairs.
A lot of stuff coming out. The collective is rising. The kundalini is rising. A lot of people waking up. Our light work is stepping up to the plate.
It's proven. I know that our body.
And I just want to say, like,
it's proven that we yield the most energy and we live the best and how I have.
What a time to be alive, yo.
So, what is a culture that is
what a time to be alive?
What do you mean?
Like,
if you're still watching the news,
like in Africa, with some original people that to this day eat mostly just
they lying to us.
So
you got TikTok over here, then you got the news. All these videos coming out on TikTok, but the news don't post not near one of them. But they trying to take away TikTok. That shit means something. They not acknowledging what's going on, so they already knew. The news ain't right. News ain't right. If you do look at the news, look at the world news.
And again, once you study
the
physical makeup and you put in the clinical trials, you know me, we got 12 years in.
I know you be wanting to keep up with your locals,
and seeing what it does to the
but
body.
you gotta.
I'm not saying that these other diets.
You gotta have that third eye open. If you look at the news, you gotta be able to filter and decipher what's really going on. To be able to read in between the lines. There's a lot of fear that they're trying to induce into the news just to scare people. If you believe in yourself and believe that like you are good, then you good. No questions. But if you look at the news and they're like, man, all these people died, COVID, all these people died.
Malnutrition.
That shit will probably scare you. You won't be like, man, I need to go get this. And then if you're around people and they telling you they got the shot and they like, man, you better get that job. They probably did it out of fear. How do they know that whatever it is gonna be what it is? Like, nah, like whatever I'm putting in my goddamn body, that's what's gonna be the final. And that's not.
Ages, man. We are provable. You know what I'm saying? Just, I mean, it's you can scientifically.
I can't wait to hear a lot of your peers.
It's best if we go travel
nutrition
and get into these different countries and see what
they review. You understand me, if you will,
see what different types of foods and fruits they got for us out here.
You understand me? Then I think it's definitely worth a try. I think this is what a lot of people have misconceptions about food when it comes to sugar. You understand me? Because people don't believe that you can break down the sugar that's in fruit because they think of it in the same way they think about white sugar or other types of sugar.
Sucrose, pentose, maltose.
So you get people to break down on sugar and why you can eat fruit without worrying about the sugar aspect.
Oh, of course. So when you got sugar, you got three main bases of sugars. You got galactose, which is produced by the black woman's breast. You have fructose, which is actually naturally occurring in your fruits. And then you have glucose, which is naturally occurring in your vegetables. All right. So I already told y'all earlier in the interview that your fructose yields 12,000 angstroms of energy. Your glucose or your vegetables only yield 9,000 angstroms of energy. Fruits is good. The only way I can heal diabetes 1 or 2 is by way of fructose. When you get somebody with diabetes and they're insulin dependent, you have something called
listening to Yaki.
So they'll say that sugar
19 kids.
You're glucose low on fruits, which is a total lie. Every diabetic patient that I've had that had 1 or 2 hyperglycemia, that had
because they on a lie. Now it was a balloon flying over DC, and they said it was from China. They said they were going to shoot it down the United States. Now I'm trying to say it's going to be a serious violation of international practice, and they're going to threaten repercussions. But y'all got a balloon flying over our country. But who knows? It might not even be China. There's been a lot of UFOs flying around. Ivy. Hey, Baba. She must want to get in the camera. Say what's up. You alright? Yeah, she cool. Huh? That's my little boy. Yeah, open my TV. I've been on a lot of TikTok videos. I'm about to start commenting on a few of my reaction videos. Doing my reviews. Whatnot. But shit, like, your spiritual journey ain't overnight. It ain't a race. It's like, I feel like it's going to be generational. It's going to go into the next generation. Because it's a lifestyle. Like, it's a lot of programming that we have to unprogram or deprogram. It's a lot of lies that we gotta not care about and find the truth. And it's a lot. But we can do it as a collective. We all got it. We all got the tools. Huh? 1 second. No dinner? I don't know. I ate the rest of my food. See what's in there. 1 second. Shoot. No, see no problem. You want some noodles?
Yeah, please. And look at the door. See right in the needles thing there.
All right.
Or skip.
Oh yeah, I see one. Or
Yo, what's poppin'? Laneka in the house first. What's up, Andre? We got the same name. Jace, Moonlight, John in the house, Lobo, Annie, Yaya. What is that? Yote. Look, man, what's up with these names? I'm tired of trying to sound these motherfuckers out now. Come up in here with a regular name. You feel me? But look, yo, how y'all doing today? Where everybody watching from? Y'all know we got to do roll call. Let's get it. Oh, yeah, you already started. North Carolina in the house. We got Cali in the house. Oh yeah, gotta drink my kombucha. I already know what time it is. What up? What up? What up? Dallas in the house. North Dakota.
Oh no, it's not.
They put laugh out loud.
It ain't no
Yeah,
bread.
I see why you put laugh out loud. You said North Dakota. Shit.
It's no bread.
You there by choice? Like you moved there on
You want
purpose?
noodles?
Guys. Texas in the house. Pennsylvania, Louisiana, Ohio, Las Vegas, Texas. Oh man, Delaware, Houston, Louisiana. Oh, y'all in here deep. Detroit, New Orleans, Tennessee, Michigan. I never heard of that part of Michigan. I couldn't even say that shit. New York, Missouri, Philly, DC. Okay, we got everybody in the house. Queens, New York up in the house. DC, St. Louis. All right, yo, we got a good one for y'all tonight, man. We got a real good one. Hopefully y'all good and settled down right now. You know, put those 9s in the chat if y'all ready for this thing. Put them 9s in the chat. Let's see what y'all hitting on.
All right.
Lebanon, Kansas. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
In a second,
so
I'm making some
brace yourself, man.
noodles for my grandma.
I'm looking for a copyright in this video though. So when I lower the video on one part, y'all know. You feel me? All right, let's get into this. Let's get into it. I can't wait no more. Hey, my little lady's supposed to call me too. So if I have to pause and like answer the phone, I'm just gonna see like, you know, we're gonna try to time this out appropriately because if she wanna talk, which they got her saying that I ain't by it now, so we'll see. If she talks, then I'm gonna get out here for her. Gotta let y'all know that in advance. That's a damn class. Now, you need a short ass clip, right? Crazy.
Y'all see this shit? Like, I didn't want to be that guy, you feel me? Because, yeah, I go down rabbit holes, but I'm not really the conspiracy theorist kind of guy. But my whole life, I have been watching Incredible Hulks be me. And if you grew up in the hood, you would have seen more Incredible Hulks made than pictures of lemonade. And I know deep down in the depths of my motherfucking soul that before them palm-colored people started playing with that machine out the ground in Switzerland, Hypnotic had a Y after the H. Am I tripping? Somebody please tell me if I'm tripping, but I just know for a fact that Hypnotic was spelled with a Y after the H. I just found
It was though. It was.
You know, Tupac was a very good friend of my kids. And it was one of my children that he was very fond of. Very fond of. Yeah. I didn't actually like Tupac very much in the beginning. You know, I know his mom and know his dad and everything. But he was a good guy. And he did, you know, like I said, very close to my kids. The day before he was killed, he called me. I wanted to set up a meeting with me when he got back to New York the next week. Called from Vegas. A meeting with him. He was telling me that him and Biggie was really not fighting each other. That this was the magazine, this was the news people, this was that has created this whole thing. And the main reason that was being pushed so hard is because Tupac, he said him and Biggie had got together and they'd come up with a way to take over distribution of rap music. And I told him that, I said, you know, that can get you killed. You're dealing with this mafia and they're both. And he said, we know, we understand, but I told him, you and Biggie can't pull this off by yourself. And he said, no, we're meeting with other rappers and we have a lot about the rappers on board. And he said, so Professor Small, when I get back in New York next week, I'm going to be at the fight tomorrow night. I'll get back in New York next week and come up to the house with Gunn. I said, cool. And I ended up going back to my daughter. That's we were here the next day that he was shot to death. But he was very clear. And it didn't end with Tupac. Right after Tupac got shot, you remember there was 2 rappers that got killed in Jersey. Also, they were part of the group named Biggie. And of course, Biggie would be killed later. But this all had to do with distribution.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Like, you gotta think. Look at the bigger picture, y'all. Look at the big picture, y'all. Look at the big picture. If you're in the rap game, most of these people, especially if you sign with a big record company, bro, when people weren't reading their contracts and stuff,
and they got all these insurance policies out on y'all asses and shit. Like, bro, if you're not making the money, they're gonna knock you off for getting too big, and you're somebody that's so influential that you can control the masses. And if you can get in touch with that distribution shit, you tapping into like, bro, it's gonna. Hey Zay, you know what I'm talking about? You know goddamn well what I'm talking about. It's crazy out here. That's why you think Dolph was getting too big too. He was too smart. It was man, they had to get rid of him. They gotta do that to all the greats. I'm telling you. We gotta protect these people. Real talk.
Okay.
Like Jay-Z said, you still a nigga though. At the end of the day.
Because it is so crazy. Like I might even have to do a part 2 because there's not gonna be enough time. But everybody's been saying for a while now, oh my god, they're trying to silence Wendy Williams. What's going on? They took away her money. They shut down the show. All her social media platforms have been shut down. And they're wondering what's going on. Well, you know, someone is supposed to be giving out names, and we all know that anyone that knows Wendy Williams, she's famous for airing out people's dirty laundry. So that information, you guys, that she's too dangerous to have the ability and the platform that she normally has. You guys, we need to let everybody know what's going on because this is crazy. Like and let me know if you guys want me to do a part 2 with some more details.
What happened to the Empire of Tartaria? There are some people who believe that our civilization was built on the remnants of an ancient civilization that predated ours by thousands of years and was far more advanced. But our current civilization wiped it off the map and erased all history of it. That lost civilization is the Empire of Tartaria.
You know what I'm saying? But she did make a living out of talking shit.
So, you know, she did. Hey, look, she might
Oh,
some
damn.
information on
I'm
some
back,
other
my bad,
extraterrestrial races because she
I'm
looks
still
like a
making these
liger.
noodles, though.
Like, I know those beings like the
You with me?
they got
And I
hands
need
of
my
lions
head
and
now.
shit.
Rule Wicks, you with me?
That might be her people.
Rule
Look at her.
Wicks.
Like, for real. She don't look normal. Like a person should look. It's not proportioned, right? Skin looking weird and shit, you know? Like, she got some things going on.
Did you know that there's about 1,400 newspapers, 1,100 magazines, 9?
Look, y'all know them. Look, I'm gonna say it. Y'all know them titties ain't go with that body and them legs. Like she about to tip over. All right, I'm gonna stop.
1,000 radio stations,
They work.
1,500 different shows, 2,400 different publishers, and they're all owned by the same GE, News Corp, Disney, Viacom, and CBS. So the theory is that all 6 companies, they control basically every internet consumption that we have. They control all the news, they control all the shows that we're fed, so they pick and choose what we're being fed, and they change how we perceive things because they influence everything. Nobody's gonna know.
Fox. They control the media, so
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
they control what we look at.
How would they know?
Yeah, I see it.
So, you know.
It's right there. You can't deny it.
Now, I don't know exactly what China is doing here.
If we stop giving them power, they won't have no power. If we stop giving them energy, they won't have none.
Eaterbot, and as a robot could forage for biomass to fuel itself, was canceled in 2022, as rumors speculated it could or would ingest humans. But it looks like China is right back on top of it. And maybe this bot has a different function, but just like when Boston Dynamics demoed their robot dogs dancing, China was straight into using them to enforce lockdown restrictions. And now they seem to be raising an army of these guys.
For what though?
Which I wonder, are these robot dogs going to ever replace their stormtroopers in the streets? Especially.
You know what? It might be certain laws on them on these robots and shit too, because you got to think, you know, our soldiers and stuff. We got certain laws and regulations that they cannot open fire on like their own people. So you got to think with these robots. I gotta look that up. It might be a way that they might be able to, you know, do the thing on us, man. If they're not, I don't know if they're bounded by laws and shit. You know, we see. Dave, I appreciate you.
All right, guys, you gotta listen to this. This is really crazy.
Maybe it's time
You niggas and shit.
of units into child trafficking to investigate bulldog too. Oh, Baba?
Listen to this.
Adrenochrome. Pages full of adrenochrome. Remember the highly adrenalized blood of children caused by severe trauma?
On sale.
You know, I always had a feeling they sold this on me, but I never knew where.
Wine that gives you eternal life?
Isn't that fucking crazy?
On sale. Y'all see it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Y'all see what it say though?
Please
Hold
watch
on.
the previous.
Y'all see what it says? An immortality serum obtained from adrenal glands of living children after they have been terrorized to get the highest levels of adrenaline. It has LSD-like qualities and is used in satanic rituals by monarchies, politicians, congressmen, celebrities, CEOs, and the elite.
Ginger probiotic. It's not celestial.
All right. Right here, they doing it right in front of us. They don't give a fuck. That's gangster though. At least we know now.
Sweet. There's more.
Please watch the previous series, Fall of the Cabal, if you haven't just yet. Adrenochrome is connected to Pizzagate, child trafficking, sacrificial abuse, and now Alibaba, and thus Bill Gates.
That dude name attached to everything, ain't it?
Maybe you don't know. You will be surprised to know that this is a robot. Created by Hong Kong researchers. This robot can go into small, difficult places to grab objects and do other tasks. Another special thing about this robot is that it can merge into one if it is accidentally broken in half or into many parts. And in the future, this robot will be used to pick up objects that we accidentally
Seen this on here before, yeah.
Letting this robot get into our stomach sounds a bit scary.
Look at that. That's that. Hey, that's what y'all got in that shot that y'all took. That zombie 19.
The United States has their very own dark matter detector. You've been focused on CERN while LZ has been running since Christmas of last year. The $60 million project is underground electrons when dark matter is found. This whole time, they have been hoping that a dark matter particle would fly through space and eventually bounce off one of their Zion atoms. 5 hours ago, the world's most sensitive dark matter detector delivered significant results. The same time there was a green storm in South Africa, the sky was literally green. Tornado sightings, or whatever that is, I mean, that's not natural. They can say whatever they want. It's not a coincidence.
Not as naturally they ask. This shit changing.
Alright, check this shit out in 6 minutes. I don't want to hear this. Watch Netflix at all, you know exactly what this is. This is 11 inch blazing the hit free Stranger Things. Did you know Stranger Things is actually based on the real life MK Ultra? The CIA took involuntary patients and tested mind control. This guy right here looks familiar to you, but that's the real Dr. Brenner who was scientist of MK Ultra. And he looks almost identical to Dr. Brenner in Stranger Things. Alice Johnson, she was one of the test subjects in MK Ultra. She's suspected to be Eleven's mom in the series. Stranger Things is also based off the experiments of Montauk. This is Montauk right here. This is where things start to get really weird, so stick with me. This is Violet, and he's apparently a survivor of Montauk. In 1983, he told the world that Montauk had opened a portal. Now, said that whenever they opened the portal, a huge beast came through, and they would take their patients, strap them into a chair, and make them lift objects. Only a few documents were released from MK Ultra, so there's only so little that we know. So is there more to the story that they're not telling us? Can Stranger Things be warning us in some way? It's definitely interesting to think about, so let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, click that free Discord link in the bio.
Hey, facts though. Look, they show y'all this stuff in the public domain because they have to. They really have to. Just like in the next, pretty soon, it might be the next couple months. Can't put a time frame on it. Or in the next couple years, that they're going to have to come out and tell y'all that other life forms do exist. Simple, y'all. It's simple. And when they're doing these experiments and they're punching holes, punching portals, what you think they're doing at CERN? If you move these particles fast enough, what they found out that they disappeared. When they disappeared, the particles turn, they basically go into a different realm, punching a hole into out of nothing, basically. You feel me? So they can punch portals, y'all. Just look up the science behind it. It's real. You can make these particles, what you think they're doing in there? When particles move fast enough, they're going to be able to punch portals. And stuff is on the other side, naturally. Yeah. Just for the people that don't know.
It's incredibly stupid to do this.
This is a story on why I don't think flat earthers are stupid. I once did. I once thought they were absolutely crazy. Like, these people still exist? How can anyone think the earth is flat? I'm not a scientist. I know nothing about what our earth looks like, but I will tell you this. I'm a professional effects and video editor. And one day, about in 2014, I was putting together a video for a client, and they wanted some shots of the earth from space. So I said, okay, that should be easy. Let me go look this up. I thought surely there would be some stock footage from a satellite, recording video of our earth. Why not? I could not find it. Everything that I found was CGI and fake. I'm like, why is this all fake? Official NASA website releasing footage that's CGI. I spent the next 3 days digging at all this archives.
But I know y'all hearing this.
Surprisingly, I find out that they use green screen and everything's fake.
Learning.
I don't know what the earth looks like.
First YouTube video. Alright, so
I have something
what else was I saying
really
about
epic
me?
to show everybody.
But shit, like ever since the Egyptians,
You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't say natural. It should say nah, son.
I
You know what I'm
like
saying? 'Cause nigga gonna
it's
actually
just
right out back.
opened up a book of knowledge. Everything just started coming because I didn't lock in on that. Whatever I didn't lock in on, the next set came to me. Like it was like the journey. Like this the journey. This the journey. Boom. Christianity. I could have got stopped.
The fuck is going on in the universe? I feel like there are two
Joe Woods could have got stopped.
duking it out, and I'm almost positive at this point that they're
could have got
both
stopped.
vying for worst timeline. What is going on?
And it's just more the spirituality. Like you realize how people got a religion and they still live their everyday life. They go to work. They do whatever they do. It's the same thing. You can't just. If you're gonna be spiritual, just locking on spirituality, you can't just be like, okay, like this is like my religion, like this is everything I do. This is that. No, you gotta live by that, but you still gotta be you at the end of the day. Like you gotta balance, you gotta feed that you gotta balance. Like you got people out here that you need to help. You got people out here that you need to learn from. Like who's to say just because I'm in spirituality now, like it stops here? No, like now I evolve as a spiritual being. It's time to elevate. So then like you see how the world going. And you see that you need money to survive. How everything is made. I don't care where we came from. It wasn't no money at first. It's money now, and we gotta get it. And this money be made like anybody that's relying on the government food stamp. It's money, so it don't matter. We gotta rely on it. We got to. We gotta rely on it.
I don't know.
And you gotta
tell me about Epstein's island.
You gotta be solid with it too, cause I mean, there's a lot of movies out here, a lot of stories, and a lot of tragic shit be happening to people with money. As far as money, like it's a lot of different ways to look at it. We can break them down though. I got time. Just the envy, the hate of it. That's a whole nother topic. But we need money out here. We need money, and a lot of people gotta realize that. Like a lot of people be like, man, I don't want to work for the black man. We gotta get out of that. I mean, not the black man, the white man. That's whoever. That's a program. We gotta get out of that. As far as I'm concerned, Madam C.J. Walker was the first black millionaire in the 1900s. Like she was in the like she wasn't worried about none of this. I'm not worried. Like she had her own. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Don't think out that man. Think outside that box. Don't be in that box with everybody else. Cause you gonna be on the same type time they gonna follow in that. You gotta step out that zone, even though like people be like, damn, like what? You gotta step out that zone, cause you got something to show. People, don't be scared just because you went through it. Somebody be like, man, I've been through that too. Don't let nobody discourage you because they trying to compare their life to yours. You don't even know if they went through that. So like, don't let nobody do that.
Look, we gotta that one gone. Nope, still playing. You see the lights? They talking. Yes, it's a drone right there and everything. Yeah. I have to just skip that one, y'all. I'm sorry.
Check out this new concept. This concept of conceiving kids. Now the mother will no longer have to carry the kid for 9 months. Now it can be raised in a bag. How convenient that. Mothers will no longer have to sacrifice their time and most importantly their bodies. Does this sound like something you would be interested in?
Absolutely not.
I would love to tell you this is a new concept.
I know I ain't the one carrying it, but damn.
If you know anything about human cloning, you would know they've been doing this for quite a long time. Only now it's finding its way to consumers. What's your thoughts on this? Please leave it in the comments. Unanswered Universe.
Hey, you see her face though, bro? That's the face of like pure just fucking evil, y'all. You know, they sit down there and they think about the most fucking crazy shit to do with our money. Taxpayers' money pay for most of this shit. And they sit around and they do this with the money. Meanwhile, you got people that's living on the street. You got people that's about to live on the street. You got kids that can't eat a meal every day. But they in these labs figuring out how to grow motherfuckers in
Mama, the apple tree on the middle of your bed.
Do you know that it's a lot more to
you gotta call her so she can get it.
It's a lot more that goes into carrying a child. That's a bonding situation for the mother and the child.
Yeah.
You understand? You get where I'm from? You being carried in that sack. Like, that's a bonding experience. That's a part of coming into this world. Now they're trying to make everything unnatural, just like the foods that most people eat. I don't believe in this. Yeah, turn that down a little bit. I don't like his music anyway. I didn't see it though. Yeah, that'd be wild.
All right, we're likely going to see a food shortage pretty soon here in the near future, but this is not to scare you. This is to inform you. If you watch the full video on your For You page, let it be this one because this is going to be a lot of shit that you're going to be like, what the fuck? All right, so let's start off by saying that in the Netherlands right now, the government is forcefully taking people's farms. Forcefully. Because they want to reduce carbon emissions, is what they're nitrogen emissions is what they say. Farmers are reacting how you would expect them to. They're protesting. And the government is literally shooting at them. Peaceful, like that dude is trying to get out of the way and he's getting shots fired at him. Now they say it's for carbon emissions, but if you look at the United Nations recent posts, I'll read this. Hunger has great positive value to many people. Indeed, is a fundamental to the working of the world's economy. Or the most productive people, especially where there is a need for manual labor. They then proceed to say, no wonder people at the high end are not rushing to solve the hunger problem. For many of us, hunger is not a problem, but hunger is an asset. What? They're also trying to convince people to eat bugs. This is probably why you've seen so much vegan propaganda. I myself even went fucking vegan after watching a Netflix documentary, which Netflix is also hosting movies, documentaries based on their political bias. They're very liberal. I'm not political. I could give a fuck.
Oh, awesome. Like nothing you've ever tasted. Like a hairy
There was also this video going around of thousands of dead cows that died from overheating in Kansas. Yeah. Not one survived. All of them died. I'm just going to like kind of censor this. So I have a friend in the Netherlands who says that this is all true. So like I said, this is not to scare you guys. This is just to like bring a little bit of awareness to what could possibly be going on, to maybe prepare a little bit, stock up on an extra piece of food every time you go out. That's what I'm going to be doing. And drop a like if you think I should do a part 2 on this.
Look, to prepare yourself, man, y'all better start intermittent fasting. You know, because everything that's not natural to this earth has to go. You see it happening. All these unnatural, I'm going to keep saying this every video, all these unnatural food places, they process this food and stuff that's bad for us, is getting burnt down. Pay attention. It's getting burnt down. Everything unnatural to this planet has to go. Take it how you want to take it. That's the truth. That's what's happening. Real shit. Like, But the government.
If you're African American, the black, you a fiction.
So let's get to the footage. Hope you guys enjoy it.
And here to present the actual films of tonight's bold journey is John Stevenson. Deep in the jungles of French Guiana, Mr. Herman Jessup, the Amazon trader, makes his way up the Moroni River, aided by friendly natives, the primitive Indians along its banks, for their spears, baskets, and primitive artifacts. And often has been only what nature provides.
This little boy is one of the sons of the Bushmen, and I gave him a piece.
Yeah, see what he looked like?
That's what he did with us. We couldn't figure it out. Pulled our way into another part of the village. We see one of the girls fixing the hair of a...
Look, I'm gonna stop that shit right there. Y'all see how they want to lie to you and shit? You see how they want to lie? Those are clearly people that... Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Let me know live if I'm tripping. Put the 9s in there if y'all agree with me. This is black people, man. So-called black people. We're not black. If you understand the way that the light works, we're actually the lightest people. That's why we're light beings. Woo! Reflects green. Reflects green, bro. Like I ain't gonna break it all the way down.
He just he just like say we can light it, man.
Whatever
We
you
light
show
bands.
is what your body is not. Okay, I see all the 9s coming through. I don't want to just because there's too many people over here that already teach about this type of stuff, and I don't want to be that.
They really whitewash a lot of stuff, man.
So y'all can do your investigation. Y'all can figure out the rest for yourself. I'm not doing this on spoon feed everybody, you know. But these are clearly black people, and y'all see it right here. I just want to pause right here because they want to keep lying. This is the reason why you don't get reparations, people. That's because the land belongs to us. Not enough money in the world to ever replenish what we lost.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, bro. This whole land is ours, so it ain't no way we can get reparations. Just give us everything. That's the only way.
And the girl is winnowing rice into this native Pony Bushman village. And the paddle I'm trading here with these Bushmen.
There wasn't no bras back then.
Native girls brought us some fruits, and we are trading it for this anti-oil can.
What? We brought them civilization, and they turn around and bring us civilization. What type of crop is that?
Pony village of Assisi, and you see the way these
like it switched around
with their shoulders and muscles that they really are good for this type of work.
They're very stocky people, Mr.
Because America wouldn't have been like this if they didn't come over here.
Really children of nature.
All these buildings and all this
is taki-taki. It's a language of about 300 words.
So, I mean, did it happen for a reason?
These people. I never lost anything. On the whole trip, everything was kept in order. And as I came to these villages,
they try and keep us.
And eggs and rice. And I was really treated royally going out there. The town of Assisi, the second Pony village. There's a bakery.
It was already people over here in the 1950s.
Very primitive, but still in all they have high moral quality. They don't know hate, they don't know jealousy and envy.
They don't know hate, they don't know jealousy, they don't know envy.
And of course,
they
dancing and making friends came first.
How dark they are.
It's kind of a combination of cha-cha-cha and merengue.
Look how dark they are.
I know they lied to you for so long.
Them is our ancestors in them videos.
The little ones get into the act, and this one to the right.
And then now when you go down there, you don't even see that color down there. You don't even know they exist.
Fierce rapids now. The Guayana Indians are the Indians who live further up the river, and they have long hair, men and women alike. And we are trying to see whether we can get permission to get up further into that country and have them guide us.
If I can't trace my roots back to Africa,
the best way to go into these
like some people in America can,
if you call me a
then I'm
Freemason
from
one
here.
more time, bro, I'm gonna kick you out of here. Stop saying shit that I've never said. Okay, that'd be my last warning to you. I usually don't block people and stuff. Just stop saying stupid stuff. I hate when people try to tell me that I'm something that I'm not. All right.
At home when you approach them in that respect. We are now starting to trade with the natives. Our boat was 50 foot long and 4 feet wide, and there were 4 of us going on this long trip up the Moroni River.
Because
Facts, man.
The Civil War.
Look. A lot of
the
people,
war.
man, a lot of our people are going on their
Matter
days
of fact,
just believing that,
they
believing
changed
all
the
bullshit,
name.
man, and that's frustrating sometimes. But
They
I
changed
think in
the
this type
name
of setting, it's easier for people from everywhere
from
to digest this information. To decipher what's right or wrong. We know what's right and wrong, bro. We know what it is. See, our people didn't know jealousy. And what do you see currently to today in today's society? You see jealousy
how these
everywhere.
bank statements
That's
coming in from
because
Cash
they
App.
gave you this false illusion of things that don't even
see
matter, like all this cars, jewelry, all this other shit that don't matter, and you want to fight over. These people, we had everything. Even back in the times, we had everything.
Damn.
It didn't fight. Our people were so nice, and that's why we got taken
Like we already been doing this. Like what's slavery
issues too as well, but
like Kanye said, the choice,
anything like that.
Because I can trace my family back here, up in Marlboro, Maryland. That's my great grandma. Oh, and then my father's side from South Carolina. I got the Gullah Geechee down there, where there's so many different tribes. So many different tribes. And they split us up.
Come on, man.
I think that's
back to what I was saying, though.
NASA was the first organization
the Civil War.
Ever claimed the Earth.
They changed that.
Like the Mayans, the Aztecs, people who
from the American Indian War.
Way more advanced than us.
And it was the 100 Years War because, like, we were always going to war. We weren't playing no games with them. We was going to war with them for over 100 years.
And everybody just fell in sick. And now you got NASA and SpaceX. Brainwashed. If you were
like, we've been here
from an early age that the Earth is flat.
But see,
and I try to tell you the Earth is round.
We looking around like where everybody at? They locked up.
They never gave you any
They're in
proof
jail.
that the Earth was round. Nothing.
Well,
They just said, hey, this is what it is, and that's what
they
you
locked up.
like.
That's what all the real ones at.
Give us a follow, like, and share.
For real, the ones that are not going for it, that's not going for the system like they did what they did.
Check it out.
For the ones like the real ones, where they supposed to, like, you know what I'm saying?
On this television,
what they think they supposed to be.
Channel the vision within these.
And when I say they, I'm
programs,
talking about
where they program
whoever locked them up
with the vision, and within these programs are the cast. They cast the vision onto
I be
us.
thinking
So
like,
watch a television
were those people
that
laid down the
channels
wrong
the
path
cast
and they
that
made these
programs
decisions?
us
That's why they had to get
visions.
locked up
Funny
so
how
they
the
can
news
really
is
see
called
and wake up on a
broadcast.
soul
There
level
has to be
like,
pros
yo,
and
we
cons
all
to
one.
all of this. Check this out. Grass. Pretty much to take a step. That's where we would get the word progress, because it means to take a step forward.
We all
to move
different,
forward. So
but we should all be
progress,
one. It's gonna take a minute for us to get there.
Right?
It's a lot of people in this world.
Pretty much making someone believe something deceptively. Contract. So remember that the
robots, they NPCs, non-player characters.
Real lies,
walking around soulless.
Lies.
They probably reptilians.
Okay, but did you guys know that the amount of pollen that's in the air right now is actually not a natural occurrence? Because y'all know pollen.
And look, here she go talking about the pollen.
Right? The reason that everybody and their mamas is getting jumped by pollen and allergies recently is because we have more trees producing pollen now than we ever had in the past. It is called botanical sexism. We all know that
botanical sexism
that produce fruit because that would
it's more male trees. Male trees produce pollen. It's not enough female trees, and the females produce
trees, and they only plant male trees. What do male
fruit
trees produce? Nothing but pollen.
Right.
So if you think that there's been an unnatural rise in pollen allergies,
yes,
you are correct.
It's not enough female trees to reproduce.
Hey, what she say? Message, you know what I'm saying? She said message. Like,
it's just crazy how Donald Trump, after all of this,
we got time to do it.
They about to come out with just straight male and female. You can't do non-this, binary, trans, nothing. So what is that going to mean?
Figure out how to do this
for people? So the people that's trans female just going to be straight female. People that's trans male going to be just straight male. It's no, because that is confusing, man. I ain't gonna hold you. And that's a lot to say. It's a lot to say. Like if you wanted to be a man or woman, go by that. I'm comfortable in my skin. You know. I love myself, you hear me? I was born like this for a reason. I'm
Alright, so the poll is
supposed to
in there.
live this life like how I'm supposed to live it.
Gina, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yes, Cat, I appreciate you. Definitely.
Basically not changing nothing.
Naturals, I appreciate you. Much love, brother. Appreciate it. Much love to you. Y'all go ahead, hold on that thing. Oh, damn.
But, man, this is my first live.
Damn. We at 83%, man.
We had an hour and 25.
Y'all saying it's flat?
I'm just parlaying on this jump. Warming up.
That's 200. Oh man, we gotta get everybody in here to take part in this poll, man. We should have like 2,400 people voting right now. Oh, that's crazy.
They like, dude, when you won't come out of high?
Y'all think it's flat.
I had to recharge my battery. My battery popped, my generator, everything. I'm good to go. Yeah.
Y'all can't actually see the.
I'm good to go.
Y'all can't see. I don't know why that's so funny. Somebody said flat. Oh, that shit flat. Or is it brown? Oh, that's crazy. I'm about to end this poll in a second. Some of y'all just don't want to be interactive, but it's cool. I get it. Some of y'all just sit back and watch. Hold on. This is my call, y'all. See if you want to talk.
I wouldn't have came up with this if I ain't get on my spiritual. If I ain't ask, if I ain't meditate.
Hey, I like your hair.
And it all resonate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
We got. Don't mind this.
Yeah, see that?
Right here.
It's gonna be like this, man. Like, it's crazy.
So the infinity sign.
That's crazy.
That's an 8.
Let y'all know, man. No man should have to go through this.
No boundaries.
That's crazy. I'm gonna end the poll though.
Boundless. No limits. Far reaching.
Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy. That's what happens with
and beyond
with programming.
It's no limits
that's
to
what
what you
happens
can
with programming.
Do. It's none.
We gotta stop doing that, man.
Your mind, you can only
terrible,
stop
man.
you from thinking.
But you know what though?
Like that, or stopping yourself from
time this shit happen,
doing.
Man, like, you just gotta be strong out there, man. I don't know, like it's just internal, man. You gotta stay in there. You gotta trying to give y'all some inspiration for
anything
some
you want to do. You should be able to do it. Because what limits you're thinking? Is it because other people? Is because
I'm not in this
circumstances, trauma? What is it? Because what if I was to tell you that those things that you went through was designed
just be adults, you know,
to get you to where you need to be.
Somebody that your kids can look
but
up
you
to.
probably
be somebody
like,
that,
oh my God, like why that happened to me?
That your kid can look up
this
to you.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
That motherfucker's awesome.
Nah, you gotta get up and keep on.
Right now,
because that's your testimony.
They're young, they're not gonna know all the stuff that you
can't.
That you go through.
Let them win. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they did, like they probably took advantage or something. Like if you think whatever they did was for a reason, then okay, it was for a reason. So you ain't got. But nah. If it's not like that, you gotta keep going. You can't let that stop you. What people telling you, oh, you can't do that. That haven't been done before. You can't do that. Because I ain't do it. Well, you
just gotta keep.
You can't listen to none of that.
Because I'm gonna be
great. At the end of the day,
that's what OG stands
they
for.
bleed just like you.
I'm only great.
And whatever you got going on in here,
and there's nothing that they can do.
They don't see your vision yet, or they don't see it. So
I'm good, bro.
Instead of you asking for
we're gonna do another
confirmation, advice,
that's what I tell you,
if
man,
you should actually do it, listen to that inner voice. But you can still ask just to see what they're gonna say. You might get a supporter, you might get a hater. It's a lot with that too.
I'm shopping for new beats and shit right
now.
You
might get a supporter, you might get a hater.
For some more. I might drop an album on y'all. Drop some diss tracks or some YouTube bits or some shit.
But you gotta know where to put people.
The Centers for Disease Control announced a
Because you don't need nobody holding you back. And you need to know who you can take with you. Because people come in our life as lessons or blessings. And if you don't know, then maybe they still supposed to be there. Like, you know. But if you know, like, they're not supposed to be in your life, you gotta get rid of them. If you can't see your future with them, if it's too much and happen, too much water to pass under the bridge, it's just too much, and you gotta move on. And don't feel that because it's your life. They got, I mean, if it was meant to be, y'all link up again, y'all meet up again. If it was meant to be, but it don't be worth it. Because you just wasting time. Like, whatever you was doing when you was around them and it wasn't going on, then no. But see, a lot of people, when you do make those moves and leave,
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. They just rolling around here with monkeys, bro. Man,
they gonna see
a vehicle full and the monkeys just jump out.
They gonna watch you. They gonna wait for you to return because that's what they expect.
Sitting in boxes. Wow.
But see, when they got that mindset, that must mean they traumatized. They done been through some shit. They must. This is what they used to. Going through shit, trauma bonding, going through shit, hurting people, and getting by cool like it was never nothing that ever happened. Like, what the fuck we do that? You hurt somebody, you step on somebody, and that person still in your life, then something wrong with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck would anybody want to still be around somebody that actually snaked them out or betrayed them? That don't make sense. So I suggest you move on. And once you do, they gonna be back. If you don't want them back, I mean, they gonna come around regardless because it's like, you didn't do shit. So it's like you moving on is really showing them like, damn, like,
I'm convinced he's an alien, bro. Like, Steve, I appreciate that.
Because
okay,
they that deep into that shit, they don't
see.
see.
Check y'all out.
But
motherfuckers ain't dumb. They be saying shit.
All these farmers, every single one of them complain.
Excuse me. Then if you got certain circumstances that's keeping you from where you need to go, like, you gotta change your nouns. And what's a noun? Your person, place, or thing. So the people you be around, the places you be,
so I want you to
and
look
the things
in
you
Canada
do.
and just have a gander over here at this Mars base. Just wait.
My bad.
You're about to see something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you
keep watching. Are you ready?
Let's go inside. Y'all tried this before?
Oh, here we go.
What? Bro, what's up, bro? What's up, man? What, bro?
What y'all think they're doing there? Just having a little good time in their tents.
People be blowing me.
They playing hide the stick.
What's up?
Mars. I'm telling you, look, hey, we've been on that, but most scary. A lot of people think that you're gonna fly to Mars in a ship and shit. Like, that's not how it is, man. They got y'all programmed for the wrong things, bro. Like, you're not flying, you're gonna be
anyway. Live TV. So this guy is watching the news when a clip with the Pope popped up on the TV, and they both noticed when the Pope walked away out of nowhere, he just disappeared. Right after this happened, they had all the videos took down. You could barely find it anywhere anymore. These two news
so, with that being said, I'm just on a mission. On a mission to get money. On a mission to love myself bigger and better than I ever did. And if I love myself, then that'll open up.
It's always been a mystery about
why
Michael Jackson had really passed.
TikTok videos
People were looking at it kind of funny, but then he said this.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I wouldn't want to be neither one of them niggas, so like.
Gets his foot through the door of the industry. Some people say he's a legend. Some people say he's a con artist. For me, I say he's the biggest finesse with the illest intentions. Everybody that he's done business with and everybody he's met, from where he's from to when he got into the industry, always got the upper hand, and always got his money, and always the person that he came in contact with never won. He robbed, stole, and cheated his way to the top. So this series right here is going to be called Surviving Birdman. I don't know if it's a marketing move or just how he moves. This videos and this series is going to tell you everything that you need to know about this guy, Brian Christopher Williams, aka Birdman.
Who the fuck was that in the dress? Was that him? That wasn't him.
Did you know that the security
Birdman wasn't trying to be no bad B? No, he wasn't. That wasn't him. Did I miss something? I was just watching, bro. Like, so, anyway, when they started talking about him, I just want to skip to the next, man. It look.
security guard that got killed in the Buffalo supermarket shooting was actually working on a water-powered car for meat. Aaron Salter Jr. He's an ex-cop and now a security guard that gave his life trying to protect people during a shooting at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. Fortunately, he's working on a water-powered engine for vehicles. He actually got to work on his truck.
Hold on, what did he say? What's up with this? This man looks, sound like a Mason. Bye, nigga. I'm blocking you. You ain't gotta worry about saying bye.
I'm not even out there, bro. Like,
didn't know that? This is the video explaining how it works on YouTube. Make sure to check it out after this. And this is where it gets crazy. There's reports of the shooter's parents claim that the FBI groomed the son to do this. They claim the FBI came and made routine visits to their son leading up until this event. Their realism changed drastically as those meetings progressed. Would the government really orchestrate something like this? If
what I'm
they did,
saying is you're trying to
these
show.
two reasons. Number one, gas prices going up, and oil companies are not on high. Keep oil and gas companies booming, try to create more racial division. What do you think?
Last time he came out here, it was just doing.
See, the crazy thing about Birdman is other people, they'll finesse people that they don't know. So you know people that he just met, but now he went after the close ones. Family, friends. The most infamous person that we know is Lil Wayne. And that's because they made the most money together, and he kept them under his arm like a lucky charm. But Birdman, he was no normal person in the world. His dad was in the military, and his mom knew everybody around town. Him, his mom, and his two other siblings stayed in the house while his dad went overseas and did what he did. That gave Birdman the time to run around, meet other people, and make connections around the neighborhood. That's when he met Eldridge and Slim, which was his older brother and the owner of Cash Money. Him and the people that he met in the neighborhoods over at Uptown Ward, Louisiana.
Where's the father's
making connections, talking to people.
Yeah, bro. Is that not
far?
Like that's
of course,
that's not far.
He's in the hood over in the 90s in New Orleans. So while Baby was making plays and making moves, there was about 9 different wards, which were gangs back in the day. So the thing about Birdman, he went early. He knew to be cool with everybody else, keep things solid, and have water under the bridge at all times. This was what made Birdman untouchable. And while everybody else was fighting each other, Birdman was cool with everybody, making plays, and setting up for the bigger goal. While Birdman was making most of the money, Cash Money was rapping. About 30 albums came out in that year, plus 6 came out the next year after that. He knew something had to play, so he invested his money to the rappers BG, took the 3.
All right, look, man. I don't give a damn about that. Like, It just seemed like he don't like Birdman. It's all good. I'm gonna keep going on that shit. Like I don't got time for Birdman to be pulling up on me. He probably watching this video. Hey, nigga, you gonna put some respect? I ain't got time to be dealing with that shit, man. Cause I'm a different type of dude, man. A lot of these dudes gonna play that politics. I ain't gonna do it with you.
I have no idea. You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know. We don't know. All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah. What is it? Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and we're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue. It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like, for years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile, so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked, and they decide these things, and, you know, and yeah, look at them. This is hilarious. And,
I bet y'all had
to
experience that shit.
You know what they're trying to do? Ooh, this thing is buzzing. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta balance your spiritual life with everything else.
To his demeanor change.
You still gotta get it out here. But we're talking about my brain.
Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle of blowing a lid off.
Unlimited love and money. When you love yourself, you put yourself first.
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
When you love yourself, that's all that matters.
iPhone 6 Plus.
So much comes from just having self-love. You will start to see you and other people. You will start to love. You will start to really feel that feeling like it's a force of nature for real.
What I was really trying to say.
You can't turn it on as a reward, and you can't turn it off as a punishment. They come and go how it goes. It just, you gotta let it flow. Like,
theater tomorrow and see it. Because we could use it.
Love is love. It's a lot, man. I ain't about to be breaking down each person's name, but when you love yourself,
no, we not, nigga.
That means you unlimited, because it's nothing that can stop you because you love yourself. It's nothing that you can't do because you love yourself. And what I mean by love yourself, stop putting yourself in situations with other people.
No, Elon Musk actually just be building a hole that
dim your light,
too deep to get out of.
Or like,
Elon Musk has been hitting a lot at the
if you ain't shining out here,
just a few weeks back,
and you want all these other people that's you that's dimming your light, get away from him.
To come back not even a week later,
because you're not putting yourself first. You don't love yourself.
I think Elon trying to let us know something.
When you around people that's not respecting
Elon is talking about in this tweet, give y'all a quick overview. So if y'all remember during the end of Trump's presidency campaign, regulations of things like tax fraud,
you know what I'm saying,
tensions between North Korea, and even about him having a failed presidential term.
Get out of there.
Look, that information there was used
I'm not saying like completely
to the FBI.
Cut them off, but just get out of it. Just separate yourself. Stop moving slowly, and you'll see what like really start to happen. You won't align on your path. Everything will start flowing how it should. And you won't see like, man, that might have been a distraction. That might have been a distraction. That might have been a distraction. Like, I'm trying to slow me down from doing what I gotta do.
AKA the citadel of Russia. For
right.
I reckon he took the advice that they gave and then
any famous story that I know.
Kim Jong-un. And after this
when
interview with
people
Kim Jong-un, Russia State TV criticized, laughed,
how they
and
move,
humiliated Trump, saying that he will equalize his approach to a dictator, that he will even talk to him and deal with him as if he's a regular person.
Say for instance, somebody say they about to come out with something, and they tell their folks, their family, whatever. They just looking at you like, because at the end of the day, no funny, we live in the past, present, and the future at the same time. So if you're telling them this and just telling them, they just gonna give you an opinion, a comment,
A lot of y'all
It
said
could be anything, a side comment, side remark, good opinion, bad opinion, it could be anything, because it depends on that person that's actually saying it. If you care highly about that person, if you don't care about that person, it can upset, whatever they say can upset you. It can, you know, have a negative outlook on how you look at them. As far as your dream, you can be like, man, they just, like, you can start looking at them different because they hate it on you. You can believe them and think they trying to help you as far as your dream, but only you can help you when it comes to your destiny and your dreams. You can only just give advice and just keep it moving. But when you show people what you doing, that's different. I'd rather invoke that feeling. I mean, I done did the telling people part too, but you show people, or when they see that whatever you was talking about is happening and coming true, they stop it, you know, but you gotta keep moving. You cannot stand still. You cannot sit still because you was waiting on them to say something. You can't wait for that. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep it pushing.
Hey, look, that's why when they tell you that you're a god and you got God DNA, you got 9 series DNA, well, why do you think that we are the only people on this planet with 9 series DNA? Let's be serious now, you know. It's just crazy. Yeah, some people in here spamming. But yeah, you're right. You're correct. Some people spamming the same things over and over, but it's all good, whatever. But look, man, it's a lot to go with this shit, and it's good to know that, you know, we come to the place where we can come together, all of us here right now, and we can understand that, you know, we're all different, but at the same time, man, we ain't got to be at war and all this other shit unless we have to. You know, my people, we're not gonna fight unless we have to, and we have to. So that's what we do. That's what we're doing right now. We're standing up, just like I said, our ancestors, man, they were so nice and this and that, but I'll let y'all know this, man. We're not the same as them. We're not the same as them. We're different. We evolved. We're changing. And especially when we get these upgrades.
Yeah,
you know,
we evolving and we changing every day.
Shit,
these solar flares, upgrades. Pass these tests, you get more upgrades.
If you get a superpower, you get an upgrade. And, you know, what abilities would you have based on?
We're going in an hour and 50 minutes. About to go and get off this
what would be your superpower? Not nothing outrageous, but what would be your superpower? This something fun to think about. I would fly, have superhuman strength.
To all my new followers, new viewers, go ahead, like, subscribe. Y'all will be seeing more of me. Just get with it.